Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared2 before here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the EE-9 Cascavel. The EE-9 Cascavel, translated from Portuguese to rattlesnake, is a six-wheeled Brazilian armored car developed primarily for reconnaissance. It was engineered by Engessa in 1970 as a replacement for Brazil's aging fleet of MA Greyhounds. The vehicle was first fitted with the Greyhound's 37mm main gun and subsequently a French turret adopted from the Panhard AML-90. Later models carried unique Engessa turrets with a Belgian 90mm Cockerel Mark III cannon produced under a license as the EC-90, and that is the version you can see in front of us right now. The Cascavel shares many components with the EE-11 Yurturo. Its armored personnel carrier counterpart. Both entered production in 1974 and are now operated by over 20 nations in South America, Africa, and the Middle East. Rights to the design were also sold to the United States via the FMC Corporation. About 2,767 Cascavels and Yurtus were manufactured before Engessa ceased operations in 1993. So overall, it's basically a modernized MA Greyhound, which is kind of cool to think of. I always loved the design of the MA Greyhound. Definitely a really cool looking vehicle, and just to basically upgrade it, and the Cascavel is pretty much that. This is the kind of more modernized version, which has the 90mm cannon on it, basically the EC-90. So it's definitely an upgraded version of the tank, giving it much better anti-vehicle, infantry, whatever kind of personalities, making more of a kind of like a mobile gun platform instead of that 37mm gun. So pretty cool stuff there, and it's our first ever modern Brazilian vehicle, so that's also really cool, and something to kind of take note at. So that's good stuff there. Always like doing these other nations and stuff like that, and there's really some interesting vehicles that are used by other nations that you wouldn't really think use like that many extensive military vehicles, and Brazil definitely has quite a few awesome looking armored personnel carriers and stuff like that. Anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look at the design here, and obviously we'll move into the tutorial shortly here. Start off with, we have obviously the 90mm gun. As I mentioned, this is the modernized version, so it has the modern turret and the 90mm gun here. So it's just kind of a bit of an upgraded version. You got all the top hatches, or commander's cupola, a top-mounted machine MG, or I say MG, but pretty much is a heavy machine gun, 50 caliber about in size. You got all your different little components here. You got the driver's section seat right here, little windshield that can go across the front there and also be lowered down. Coaxial machine gun, some side mirrors, all the little details. And Brazil, a lot of their vehicles were kind of in a green and kind of orangish camouflage, so that's what we're kind of replicating here. And overall, it looks pretty good for the most part. And on the back here, pretty simple, straightforward stuff. Nothing really to cover there too much in detail. Overall, it's a really nice looking vehicle, and definitely a cool one, especially those of you that like the MA Greyhound. This is, still kind of keeping the MA Greyhound and still kind of extending its service life, which is pretty crazy to think of considering it was a World War II era vehicle. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer 1. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layer, we'll be going ahead and beginning with layer number 1. For layer 1, to go ahead and get started here, we're going to place down 2 narrow brick stairs that are going to be upside down back to back to each other to create the bottom half of a wheel. We're then going to go ahead and go to this narrow brick upside down stair here, place down a stone brick top slab, turn off the side of it, iron trapdoor, stone brick top slab, and then another 2 upside down narrow brick stairs back to back, and that's going to create the front wheels here and the front axle. Once that's done, we can go ahead and grab ourselves a random block or whatever, something that you can tell apart really easily, and we're just going to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 wool blocks back from this iron trap door. When that's done there, we're going to place down an iron trap door, come off this wool block here, followed by a stone brick top slab to both sides of this iron trap door. We can go and delete these placeholder blocks. Coming off this stone brick top slab this side, we're going to place down an upside down stair, followed by 1 stair behind it. Same thing over here, upside down stair, 1 stair behind it like that. When that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and basically skip a space of 2, 1 and 2 back. We're going to place down a narrow iron trap door in the middle, stone brick top slab to both sides here, and like we did before, an upside down narrow brick stair and 1 stair behind it. Same thing over here, just like that. When that's done, we're going to delete those placeholder blocks, and we should get something that looks just like this for the basis of the vehicle. You can see you have your 3 axles, all 6 wheels on the bottom halves there kind of set and ready to go. And with that, we're going to move on to our next layer, layer 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. Now for the vehicle to start off with, we'll be going ahead and doing it all in a green just color scheme, and if you want to add the camouflage on, we're going to go ahead and cover that a little bit later in the tutorial. Once we get the kind of exterior complete, or the build itself complete, we're going to go back and have a camouflage section dedicated to putting the orange in. But to start off with, the best thing for us to do is to just go and take green and dark oak wood and all that, and just make it a solid color, and we can go back and add on to it. So to start off with, we're going to place down a green stained block on top of this iron trap door, and on both sides of this green stained block, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall to both sides. We then want to place down one more green stained block going forward, followed by a dark oak wood upside down stair like this on both sides of this green stained block. Again, coming off toward the front here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood upside down stairs across, so we should have a corner stair on both sides and a regular stair there in the middle. Once that's done, we're going to go and grab ourselves a dark oak wood slab, which we can go and grab right here. And we're going to place down a top slab coming off these corner stairs to both sides like that. Coming off these top slabs, we're going to place down an item frame with a glass block in the item frame, and we're also going to place down a sign on the side of the slab to go and kind of cover up the item frame like that. When that's all done there, we're going to go and take narrow brick stairs. We're going to place down 2 narrow brick stairs back to back on top of these upside down stairs to go and create the wheel. Same thing over there on that side as well. When that's all done there, we're going to take green stained clay, place down a row of 3 across right here, followed by a dark oak wood upside down stair on both ends, like so. And once that's done, we're going to take our green stained clay, place down a row of 5 across, like that. We're going to do the same thing we did before, so a row of 3 here of green stained clay across, dark oak wood upside down stair on both sides. Make sure it's facing the opposite direction though, as the stair in the front. Once we get to this point here, we're going to place down a green stained clay block here in the middle. We're going to go and grab ourselves a cobblestone wall, place down a cobblestone wall to both ends. And then we just want to take our green stained clay and place down a narrow row of 3 after that. On top of these narrow brick stairs here, just like we've been doing, we're going to place down 2 narrow brick stairs back to back like this to go ahead and create the middle axle, the second axle set of wheels. And now we'll finish those wheels off there. And our next set going back, we're going to go and place down a row of 3 of terracotta, green terracotta, since we're on 1.12 now. And then we want to go and place down a dark oak wood slab that is going to come off of this green stained clay block to the side, followed by an item frame and green terracotta block in the item frame like that. Same thing over here, like so. And just like this out to the side. Once that's all done here, on the back, we're going to place down a green terracotta block in the middle, followed by a cobblestone wall to both sides. We then want to place down 2 nether brick stairs back to back on top of these 2 nether brick upside down stairs like that for the wheels. And then across the back here, we're going to take green stained clay, just place down a row of 3 across the back here like so. A dark oak wood slab coming off the center, green terracotta block, and then a ladder to both sides. We also want to go ahead and lastly grab ourselves a wooden trapdoor and place down a wooden trapdoor coming off the front of the stair like this on the back here for the kind of mud flaps there. Anyways, once that's all done there, that is going to pretty much wrap up layer 2, and this is what it should look like. And with that, let's move on to our next layer, layer 3. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. So for layer 3 to begin with, we're going to go and place down a lever on top of these 2 dark oak wood top slabs on both sides, and make sure the levers are flicked so that they're going out toward the outside like so. Coming off this lever to both sides, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence gate that is going to come off the lever like so, and same thing over here on this side as well. So dark oak wood fence gate, and have it opened up toward that lever. Once that's all done there, we're going to go and take a zombie head. We're going to place down a zombie head on top of this dark oak wood fence gate. So just like this, and have it angled like this to both sides. Once that's done there, we're going to take our green carpet. We're going to go and place down a row of 3 of green carpet in between these levers. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood stair on top of this dark oak wood upside down stair here over here to the left side. We're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood corner stair coming off this stair, and same thing over here on this side. And then over here to the right side, to go ahead and bring it to the far end, we're just going to take dark oak wood slabs and place down a row of 2 over to the side there. When that's done there, we're going to place down a spruce wood stair on both sides like this. In this middle space here, we're going to take green stained clay, green terracotta going back from this spruce wood stair here. We're going to go ahead and go 1 and 2 blocks over. In this middle space right here, we can go ahead and put a wooden trapdoor for the hatch here, or you can just opt out for placing down a spruce wood plank. Either way would really kind of work in this area. And if you do the spruce wood plank, it looks something like this, or the wooden trapdoor, which adds a little bit more to the top there. So kind of up to you guys on what you want to add there. Either one works. Continuing on, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair on both sides, a row of 3 of green stained clay across in between. Alright guys, so continuing to work our way back, we're going to go ahead and take our dark oak wood stairs, place down after this stair right here, 1, 2, and 3 more back. So you have a row of 5 of dark oak wood stairs after the spruce wood stair, and we're going to do the same thing over here as well. In the space in between these stairs, we're just going to place down green stained clay, going all the way across here, filling in the space in between those dark oak wood stairs. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and take our spruce wood planks, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of spruce wood planks across the back here like this, followed by a green shulker box on both ends. And this right here is meant to represent some jerry cans mounted onto the side of the vehicle. So we're going to place down a green shulker box on both sides, and we're going to place down a sign coming off the side of the shulker box. With that all done there, we're going to take our spruce wood planks, again place down a row of 3 across the middle here, followed by a dark oak wood stair to both sides. Once that's done there, we're going to take our green stained clay, place down another row of 3 across the middle there, followed by a dark oak wood corner stair on both ends like that. Coming off this corner stair, we're going to go and grab ourselves a item frame and a red stained glass block. So an red stained glass block here and an item frame right there. We're going to place down an item frame coming off this stair here, followed by a red stained glass block in that item frame, and also a sign as well coming off that corner stair. Lastly, we're going to take levers and place down a row, ladders and place down a row 3 across this row of green stained clay across the back here, like so. Anyways, with that all finished up, that is going to complete it for layer number 3. With that, let's move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4, we're going to start off by placing down a green stained clay block on this first row of 3 of green stained clay, and this green terracotta block is going to go on the middle block up like that. Coming off this terracotta block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair, followed by a row of what is going to be 2 dark oak wood top slabs. So 1 and 2 dark oak wood top slabs going toward the front. We then want to switch to nether brick. We're going to place down 2 nether brick top slabs and then a dark oak wood top slab on the end here. On this end, dark oak wood top slab, we're going to place down a wooden sign on both sides of the top slab like so. After that's all finished there, we're going to go back to this section here. We're going to place down a zombie head coming off this dark oak wood upside down corner stair, followed by a dark oak wood upside down stair coming off this green stained clay block to both sides. Also coming off this dark oak wood upside down stair, we're going to place down a lever going toward the front like that. After that's done, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green stained clay across, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on both ends. Once that's done, we're going to place down another row of 3 of green stained clay across, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall again on both sides. After that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a green stained clay block here in the middle, dark oak wood upside down stair to both sides like this. With that all done, we're going to take our dark oak wood top slabs, place down a row of 3 across the back here like so. Coming off this row of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab to both ends, and then coming off the nether brick top slab toward the front here, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull, and same thing over here like that. Once that's all done there, we're going to go and grab ourselves a zombie head. We're going to place down a zombie head on top of this green shulker box here on both sides like that. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a redstone repeater. Place down a redstone repeater on the middle spruce wood plank in this row of 2 here, or on the second row in these rows of 2 rows of 3 of spruce wood planks. And then we want to grab ourselves some redstone comparators and place down a redstone comparator here on both sides like that. After that's all done, that is going to wrap up layer number 4. With that, let's move on to layer number 5. Alright guys, so one quick thing before we go ahead, and as you can see, this is kind of post recording the video, so we've already kind of finished the tutorial and everything. However, I did forget to add a few things I want to go and throw in real quick, and these are something that, you know, isn't major to the design, but I have a feeling that you guys would want to have anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that real quick. Now we're going to need some black stained glass full blocks, and we're also going to need some item frames, and also lastly some light gray stained glass panes. Now for this to go on, we're going to go ahead and basically be doing this little windshield here. So for this, we're going to place down 1 and 2 light gray stained glass panes over here on the left side, and they're going to be on top of this dark oak wood stair and corner stair. Once that's done, coming off the middle stair here, we're going to place down a item frame and a black stained glass block in the item frame like so, and that right there is going to add on to the front there. As you'll notice, as we do the next layer, or a few layers here, and the camouflage and all that, those won't be present as I forgot to include those. So make sure you go ahead and throw those on, and once you're done with that, you guys are good to go and move on to the next layer. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 5. So for layer 5, we're going to start off with placing down a wooden trapdoor on top of this spruce wood top slab, or sorry, dark oak wood top slab in the front here. We then want to go ahead and go to the next 2 dark oak wood top slabs back. We're going to place down 2 wooden trapdoors on top of them, followed by a green stained block on top of this dark oak wood top slab. Once that's done, going back from this green stained block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab. To the left of this dark oak wood slab, we're going to place down a fence post like this. On the fence post itself, we're going to place down a sign coming off of it. We also want to go ahead and go into the creative menu, and we're going to want to grab ourselves a item frame. We're going to go and place down an item frame coming off this dark oak wood fence post and a glass block in the item frame like that for a little spotlight right here. Once that's done, over here to the right side on top of this dark oak wood upside down stair, we're going to place down a zombie head at about a 45-degree angle. When that's done there, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like this. Over here on the right side, come off the back of the stair, we're going to place down an item frame, and in the item frame, we're going to place down a black stained glass block. Once that's done there, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab to the side, dark oak wood stair like this, and come off the back of the dark oak wood stair, we're going to go and place down a spruce wood plank right behind it. After that's done, on both sides of the spruce wood plank, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like that on both sides. Going ahead and go back from the spruce wood plank itself, we're going to place down a narrow dark oak wood stair that goes back like so. We then want to go ahead and go over here to this side, come off this dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down a spruce wood slab. We then want to take a dark oak wood slab, coming off this dark oak wood stair here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by a dark oak wood stair like so. Now coming off this dark oak wood stair, we're going to go ahead and get to that in the next layer, but this will be basically a connecting piece for the radio antenna. Anyways, continuing on to the back here, we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood fence post over here on this dark oak wood top slab. We then want to place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood slabs over like that. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go ahead and take our wither skeleton skulls. We're going to place down 1 and 2 on top of those 2 narrow brick top slabs on both sides. And then on the very back here, one thing I forgot to add from the previous layer was a wooden trapdoor that comes off of this dark oak wood top slab right there. So a wooden trapdoor that comes off the back there. We're going to take iron bars, place down an iron bar on top of that wooden trapdoor, followed by 1 out to both sides. And then wrapping around these iron bars, we're going to go and take wooden signs, and we're going to go and wrap them around the iron bars like so. And it's going to go all the way around this row 3 here of iron bars until we get to this side right there. Once that's all complete, that is going to wrap up layer number, almost wrap it up. We have one last thing we're going to throw on a zombie head right here on this mossy cobblestone wall on the right side there. Anyways, once that's all complete, that is now going to do it for layer number 5. With that, we're going to move into our last final layers, which are going to basically be layers 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to put the radio antenna on the top of the commander's cupola and also the heavy machine gun. So with that, let's move on to our last final layers. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and moving into our last final layers, we have layers 6 through 9. For these layers, to go ahead and get started here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of this dark oak wood stair here. We then want to place down a spruce wood slab back from it. We're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head on top of these 3 dark oak wood stairs wrapping around the spruce wood slab, just like that. Once that's all done, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars up like that from this dark oak wood stair, and same thing right here on this dark oak wood fence post. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 up, just like that. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood upside down stair on top of this dark oak wood fence post right here. We're going to go ahead and then place down a anvil on top of this spruce wood slab, like so. Coming off the back of the anvil, we want to go and grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence gate. Place down a dark oak wood fence gate coming off the back of the anvil here, like so, and have that opened up toward the anvil itself. So let me see if I can get this skull replaced. There we go, and like that for the back there. We're going to go ahead and then go to the right side of this anvil, place down a sign on it on the side of it like so. Coming off the the narrow brick upside down stair, to place down 2 end rods going forward like this. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves a redstone repeater and place down a redstone repeater on top of this narrow brick upside down stair with the notches flicked back like that to the side, or toward the back. With that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood top slab coming off the side of this narrow brick upside down stair. On top of the top slab, we're going to place down a green carpet. We then want to place down a wooden trapdoor coming off the bottom of the slab like that, so kind of coming off the side of this dark oak wood fence post here. We're then going to go ahead and take some signs, some wooden signs, and we're going to go ahead and wrap wooden signs around the side and front of the top slab like that for the little magazine or little tub of ammunition right there on the side of the gun. Anyways, that right there is going to wrap up the design for the EE-9 Cascavel. If you guys are wanting to add the little exterior kind of camouflage with the with the acacia wood and all that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and show how to do that now. It's pretty straightforward, but for the most part the vehicle is done. Let's go ahead and move into the camouflage. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into putting the camouflage on the vehicle. Now the camouflage itself is really simple. It's just going to require a little bit of time to break stuff and tweak stuff. So let's get started with the camouflage. So I'm not going to do the entire vehicle because it's pretty self-explanatory what we're doing here. But we just kind of want to do splotches of really orange mixed in with the vehicle. So nothing really major. We still want the majority of the vehicle to kind of be green, but just have kind of orange mixed into it here and there as kind of like a little bit of a highlight, I guess you can say. So we can start off over here on the right side. We're going to go ahead and place down a acacia wood top slab here, and note that anytime we break a slab, stair, anything like that that has something attached to it that will break, like signs, levers, etc., we want to make sure that we replace those because you don't want to mess up your design and everything like that. So make sure you're replacing those blocks as we go. We can swap out that upside down stair. The green carpet we can keep on the top here, or we can get rid of, since we kind of want to maybe have the shape, or the kind of like the splotch kind of flow into this area here. And then maybe we can go across like this, and then maybe down over here to this side, and then come down like so. Now you don't have to go crazy with it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You can just do some different designs here. You don't have to have any kind of specific pattern or anything like that. However, if you want to, then obviously you can feel free to do that as well. And we're just kind of mixing in some little bits of acacia wood here and there. And again, we broke our sign here, so we got to make sure that we replace it. There we go. And then on the back here, we can have some over this space right here. Maybe come down over here to this side like that. And then we can probably have a splotch in this area as well, and even go into the turret. So don't be afraid to take it into the turret as well. Actually, it's recommended that you do. If you don't, then it's going to look a little weird here. You can see we're just kind of doing a random kind of placement of them. We're not trying to go for anything super patternized or anything like that. Just placing down some random acacia wood blocks and stuff like that. We can even get some in here for the gun barrel, and some more up on the roof here and all that stuff. But pretty much that's how you do it. You can go ahead and kind of go crazy with it, design it however you guys want to. And the best part about it is the camouflage. You can do whatever you kind of want with it. So you can do some different kind of designs. Maybe I throw in some different colors of stairs and slabs and stuff like that to give it a, even more kind of different look. And one of the things also is that you can easily get two different looking variants. As you can see, we have the same vehicle here on both sides, but the camouflage are different, and they stand out as, you can still tell they're the same vehicle, but they're kind of unique in their own sense. That's kind of a cool thing that you can get out of doing the different camouflages for each vehicle. Anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you guys do end up using this design, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be a link from a side of the build to link to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as I get credit for the build, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on, so have fun with the build and enjoy it. It's our first ever Brazilian vehicle, and hopefully many more to come in the future, but definitely really cool and fun build. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.